Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Punches TV. Here on court, back in the camera, we have Mr. Donald Grazettes. Facing the camera in white and a black trunk is Mr. Terrell Hunte. This is the second game in this two best in three set. With me this evening, doing commentary is the young man by the name of Jonathan Allen. Good evening to you, Jonathan. Are you enjoying the set so far?
Yeah, so far it's a very exciting set to watch, and it's good to see everybody out to watch the games.
Yes. Who are you backing tonight?
Today, we're not backing any specific person. I just watching both of them play and perform to their best.
Are you familiar with any of these players? Have you ever played any of these players, Jonathan?
Yes, please. The gentleman in white and black, Terry, and not Terry, Taylor.
Terrell.
Yes, please. I'm familiar with his play, so.
Were you successful in defeating him, or he?
Yeah, in one or two games he won, but I think he won the set.
Always good to have you on Punches TV. I know you're an avid fan. You support the channel. You have some very positive comments to say, and so on, and you know. And finally, you made it on Punches TV. You're a young student from the Common School, and I'm sure your friends at school will be very proud of you. Anyone in your class, maybe one of your peers, you will shout out.
In my class?
One of your peers at school.
I would like to shout out, Samar Lewis, Asher Holder. Those are the main two people that would like to shout out in my class. Yeah, pretty much. That's it.
They play road tennis as well, or?
No, please. They do track and field instead of road tennis. But they were my close friends.
Or you're involved in track and field at school, or?
Yes, please. Long distance.
Long distance. Oh, okay, the 3,000 or the
5,000 and 1,500.
Okay. What are your times?
Well, for my 5,000, my PB is 16 minutes 59 seconds. And for my 1,500, it's 5 minutes flat.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So what are you going to take it any further?
Well, before my plans was to go to Carifta. I was 30 seconds off for the Carifta time, but I got injured, and that's why I actually started playing road tennis because of my injury. So it was less stress on my muscles than running. So hopefully, because now that my muscles are fully recovered, I could go back into long distance training.
So you're in sixth form?
Yes, please.
You're doing A levels?
Yes, please. Management of business, Spanish, and physical education, and Caribbean studies.
So what career path are you looking at?
I plan to make one business in the electrical field. So yeah.
How long you were involved in road tennis?
Well, it was roughly a year and 5 months now.
Wow, so it's a short time.
Yes, please.
So what are your plans in terms of road tennis, in terms of being a champion or improving, or what area you want to specialize in?
In tennis, I plan to become the #1 player, hopefully one day.
Well, that sounds very ambitious of you. What do you think about these call-outs, though?
Yeah, the call-out is a very good and it is very good for the tennis community because it allows people to get the sense of a tournament setting without being in the actual tournament. So they get to practice with the crowds around, and they get to play better players that they might not be able to play in a normal setting.
Okay. All right, folks. We're here. You're seeing Donald Grazettes. He's bending very low. We call him the crouching tiger. A very defensive player. And we have Terrell. He's very good with his back arm. Here we see Terrell serving to Donald's back arm. And very uncharacteristic of Terrell to spoiling his back arm. He usually favors his back arm. 7 serving 8. Right now, Donald, he's 7. Terrell, he's 8. 8 all. All right, we have a very even match here, Jonathan.
Yes, please. Donald is looking to keep everything in his backhand. Let me talk too soon. Terrell.
Terrell.
Went for the backhand attack, and it paid off on that instant.
Like I said, Terrell, he's very good with his backhand. So once Donald plays that ball there, he's going to try to get advantage by winning with his backhand.
As you can hear, Terrell is talking to himself, very characteristic of himself when he spoils the ball. Same for Donald.
Yeah. Right now the score is 11-7 now. Terrell, he have the lead, a 2-point lead. And he seems to be a bit confident there. He have money in the bank, so he's trying to, to spend some of this money. But there's not much money. We only have $2 in the bank. Yes, that's his strength. He's trying to play a lot of backhand.
Right. He realized that that's where Donald is spoiling the most of his balls. So that's where he'll be putting the rest of the balls for the game.
10 serving 12. Right now, Donald, he's still behind the 8 ball.
Right now the score is 11 serving 12. Terrell in the lead. Whoa. Excellent backhand return from Donald. Straight down the lane.
Right now the scores are locked, 12 all. The first game was won by Terrell Hunte. And Donald, he have to win this second game if he want to remain in the game. But Donald is a player that, Donald, he doesn't give up. He's a very determined player. He puts on a lot of ball. And he's also a thinker of the game. And finally, Donald have gained the lead.
Center court serve from Terrell. Put in everything. Center court. And backhand. That one field.
You notice that Terrell is coming. What do you think Terrell is serving from his backhand?
I think he's giving it a lot of power, and that's one of his strongest serves. But just know he hit out the ball from that direction.
You don't think that he wants the ball to come back to his backhand by serving from that angle to Donald's backhand?
He wants the ball to come back to his backhand so he can hit it probably down the lane.
12-15. Right now, Donald have gained the lead. He seems to be gaining the momentum in this set. Tell me something, Jonathan. Among your players and railroad tennis is concerned, who's your favorite player?
At the moment, Antoine Dion.
He's not your player.
Well,
But he's your favorite player, but
yes.
he's not among your
Among my
peers. Yeah.
That's a very good question.
You have Ting playing tonight. You have the young Shaquem Nurse.
Shaquem, he has to let his playing still.
You'll be backing him against the Giant Killer.
Well, that's a ticklish situation because I know both of them, so
Right.
I'll have to not back anybody.
Okay, you stay neutral.
Yeah, I'll stay neutral.
All right, first, when I mentioned the Giant Killer, I'm referring to Adrian Scott. A very good player. I'm not sure how to, in terms of putting him in a class, whether he's an A-class player or B-class player. For sure, Shaquem is a A-class player, but Scott, I'm not too sure where Scott is concerned.
I think he's on his way to being A-class.
A-class player? I believe so. Here we have almost an accident where Terrell, the racket slips out of Terrell's hands. He's probably under pressure, that's why he's sweating a lot.
Almost hit the camera,
21-18. Right, the first game was won 21-18 for those who might now be tuning in. This is the second game in this 2 best in 3 set. call up here in Bushall. The first call up for the night. Tonight we'll be having Mr. Jason Paris. My mistake, I don't think, oh no, we will not be having the Undertaker
Not
feature
today,
tonight.
not today.
We'll be having,
Fire.
right, Alexander Clark, better known as Flair, coming up against Stanmore Knight. And the main event will be Shakimi Nurse and Adrian Scott. All right, the second game was won by Donna Grazettes. We're into the final game. This game will determine who wins
The call out.
the call-out, yes. You have the young Gray Smith. He's carrying this game along with Andy. Gray Smith, he came on the scene and he's causing a lot of commotion. The Rocket Man.
Yes.
This young man is very brave, very articulate. He's not afraid to call out anyone.
Indeed.
You ever played the Rocket Man, Jonathan?
Yes, please. I had many encounters with the Rocket Man. Well, I call him the Rocket Boy because to me his playing style is no challenge.
Oh, I love that. The Rocket Boy.
The Rocket Boy.
He's not the man as yet.
Not yet.
In terms of his tennis maturity.
Well, not when he's playing me.
So you win most of the sets with Rocket Man,
Yes.
Rocket Boy.
Yes, please. That's the case. But it hurts him to admit it sometimes, but it's the truth.
Well, I never heard him calling you out or whatever.
Well, he has a few times, but I think that's Adrian there. That looks it up. He has a few times, but I never really took it seriously. Maybe one of these days I'll accept his call,
Okay.
put him in his place.
You're not confident in your tennis.
Yes, please. But to be honest, his tennis have improved since he was going to the sauna, and it has become more challenging to beat him. But I believe my tennis has also improved, equalizing the field. So I believe I will still be ahead.
So where are you playing right now, Jonathan?
Well, right now I'm playing in Belfield, but I play multiple places: Chelsea, Bushall, Belfield, Golden Square. Sometimes Bartel, not as much, but I play a lot of places, but I have to stick to one place, as most people are telling me. I have to decide where I would like to stay. To play.
Right now we see a very good exchange between these two individuals. Like I said before, Donald Grazettes in the fluorescent green that's facing the camera. He tends to put on a lot of balls.
Come on!
2-6.
Donald in the lead.
Not everybody.
Backhand service.
I don't play that.
He will return it back to the backhand. Oh gosh.
Two 2-7. Right now, Terrell, Terrell, who's back in the camera, he's dressed in a white long sleeve sweatshirt and a black pants with some black shoes. Right now, Terrell, he's behind the 8 ball. 8 serving 2, service of change, and Donald is looking like a tiger. His eyes are focused on the prayer, which is Terrell. You think he's going to eat Terrell tonight, Jonathan?
I believe Terrell has the opportunity to come back if he places the balls in the correct places and if he strategizes more. But right now it looks like he's frustrated and rushing the balls. As we could hear Stanmore saying, it looks like he has given up already.
Yeah. Usually Donald, when he plays, he tends to take a little while to warm up. Right now Donald is warm and he's ready. And I think Donald is very confident because I know if you were really following the call-outs, there was a call-out between Donald and Philip Froftian.
Yes, please.
And that was like a walk in the park, right? You remember that?
Yes, please.
Philip Froftian said his excuse was that, the cuckoo was too heavy.
Yeah. He said next time he'll have to take the cuckoo out of his diet.
He's into the fish, into salmon, right? Salmon and something they call a grouper.
Yeah.
That's a deep.
Barracuda?
and barracudas. Those are the sea fish. But the action here is on the court. The last game in this set, this 2 best in 3 set, an unforced error there by Donald Grazettes.
Well, just a bit.
You have a very good crowd on hand.
Respect.
And these callouts are generating a lot of interest.
Yeah.
You been saying it?
Like these callouts are generating a lot of interest, and Mr. Jason Powers, better known as Pepe, he's the originator of these callouts.
Today he's actually here spectating, taking in some of the action. I wonder, Mr. Dawson, what is it is like for Jason, or Pipey, more popularly known as, to see what he has created now, looking at it now.
I think he's very proud of himself. He have introduced something to road tennis, and the thing is that, you know, right now the players are switching sides because usually in a set, the final game, once you reach the score of 10, the players switch sides. This is a good thing to give each player a chance to play upon both sides. 7 serving 10 right now, right? Terrell is 7 and Donald is 10.
On force error.
Good comeback by Terrell. He was down in the first half of the game, but right now Terrell is doing the basics, keeping the ball on the blue, but unfortunately, that's uncharacteristic of Terrell. His backhand usually don't disappoint him. But you look a little fatigued. Maybe you should take up some of your running.
Well, it never hurts to start a little running, and adding it into your training is a very good idea.
Do you find that your running is what helps you with your tennis?
Yes, please. I'm able to play a lot of games, and I believe my running helps me to do that.
'Cause I noticed that when you are playing tennis, whether in bush or whatever, you tend to stay on the court.
Yes, please. I love
You long and you play your tennis till you're ready to go home.
Yes.
I mean, you're a young school boy. I guess you have to get home to do your homework and so forth. It's good to see you come up tonight, you know, and being part of the commentary team. And I must, you know, thank you very much, Jonathan, for coming out. And I just want to give you the exposure, you know, because we've got to introduce the young folks to be involved in the sports, not only in playing, but, you know, other areas. And you feel a little uncomfortable, but, you know, as you go along, you get more confidence and you tend to enjoy it.
Thank you, Mr. Dawson. I would like to thank you as well for the opportunity. Right now, I'm really enjoying it, although it may sound a little nervous on the camera, but thank you again for the opportunity.
No problem. 'Cause, you know, you supported from when these call-outs already started, you supported the Punches TV.
Yes,
So, you know, I gotta give you all kudos. I saw the name Jonathan on the comments. I ain't sure who it was, but, you know, like I said, I assumed it was a young person, and I was correct.
Yes, please. You saw me the sauna. You said, I asked you, do you know who this is? You said Jonathan on the first guess.
Yeah, you were shocked.
Yes. But as I said before, I really like what you're doing with the videos. It gives people who are not able to come and watch the games a chance to rewatch it at home. Well, not rewatch it, watch it for the first time while they're at home. Or people abroad to watch the games.
Yes. And also, it's my way of exposing road tennis to the Barbadian public, also to the Caribbean as well. I'm sure we have folks from the Caribbean who are watching these games and learning as well. I mean, the players who are taking part in these call-outs can also watch themselves and learn, see these videos as a teachable moment. And they show you watch the videos too, and you learn a lot from the commentaries and also from watching the players and picking up a lot of ideas.
Yes, please. Oh, just Score is 15-14.
15-14. And Terrell have gained the lead. Well, only 1 point.
Lovely.
Lovely shot there.
14-16.
Terrell has increased his lead by 2 points, taking a step back off the court to assess what he needs to do.
14-16.
There's no calls were made, but Terrell thought that the ball was out, so he stopped playing.
Yes, but you know you gotta remember that you're playing with scores, and players should not be carrying the game themselves. But that's very honest of Terrell. He, in his mind he thought the ball was out, despite the officials didn't call it, and it's fair play, fair play. 17-16. This game is seesawing. Donald have gained the lead again. 17-16. 17-all.
17-0.
You think this game is going to go to juice, Jonathan?
It's a possibility. It's yet to be seen.
We have a good crowd building there in anticipation for what is going to happen tonight. We have a big match between Fire and Stanmore. Stanmore Knights. That's going to be exciting.
Yes, indeed. Stanmore was here warming up just a few minutes ago.
You're from the north, Jonathan?
St. James.
St. James. Oh, well, we consider that the north.
Well, yeah. Yes, please. Live very far. Again, Terrell.
Yeah, he's appealing. He's appealing. See, that's why you have to rely. You're playing with scores. You can't take the score into your hand.
Indeed.
See, Terrell just size and play his back on. 18-19. This is the final game, and this is Callout, a 2-best-in-3 between Donald Grazettes and Terrell Hunte. 18-20, game point and match to Donald Grazettes. He's bending very low like a tiger, a crouching tiger.
Terrell is not afraid, still hitting the ball with immense power.
Play! Play, boy. You play, still kid.
All right.
More here, look. Everyone want it.
The officials saw that point different. So that point we would have. We got.
But I got confused from
Regroup.
All right. We in. That point was half. Terrell have another life. He's bouncing the ball. He's contemplating what he's going to do with his serve. You see, he's sizing to his background to serve. Good serve, good bunk serve. Terrell is defending right now. Ball away. Right now, the observer and the scorers are seeing these points differently. So that point would have again. 19-20. Still game point and match to Donald Grazettes. If Terrell gets this point, this score will go to juice. Well, the point is reverted. 18-20. Oh my goodness. 21-18. Game and match to Donald Grazettes. All right, good night, Mr. Donald Grazettes. You were successful tonight in defeating Terrell and this Callout.
Yes, please.
How was it for you tonight?
Well, I must admit it was a little bit more challenging than I had expected. Normally, Terrell doesn't normally handle my slow game well. Tonight, he actually did really well in handling the slow game. But all in all, though, I had fun. I had fun.
Terrell won the first game, and that put you under any sort of pressure?
Not really. I mean, I wanted to win the first game because my plan was win the first game and then the second game, then wear him down. But he played really, really well that first game, and I found I spoiled a bit more than normal, But you know, I turned out to be victorious in the end.
In the third game, you seem to have it wrapped in the bag early, but then then Terrell came back into the game. That put you under more pressure, I believe.
I have a weakness in tennis in that anytime at all I see my opponent's spirit drop, unfortunately I tend to ease off. So it's something I have to work on in my tennis, where if I got a man down, keep him pinned down. But Terrell and myself, we're tight, and seeing him struggle a bit, I actually backed off, right? Which is something you should not do in competition. That's fine for practice, but not for competition.
What are your plans in terms of this call-out, for future call-outs? What are your plans?
Believe it or not, I have Pipey in my sights.
Wow,
So
that's breaking news, Donald.
My next call-out will
You think you might be biting off more than you can chew?
well, that's possible. It's very possible that I'm biting off a little bit more than I can chew. But this is Lent, and during Lent, there's time for reflection.
And time for resurrection. Even if Pipey bury you, you can rise again.
Yeah, and the thing is, I actually have nothing to lose. I have nothing to lose. He's a very, very good player. I saw some areas that I believe can be exploited. So let's just see if I can exploit those areas.
All right, thank you very much, Donald, and hope you future success in your call-outs.
Thanks so much.
All right, good night, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Punches TV.